Hello everybody, welcome back to Aussie StarCraft, where we've been casting the Kaspersky Arena. We just cast a great best of 5 series, Zerg vs Zerg. It was Tefl versus Bly, and Bly able to knock Tefl off the king's perch and take his position as the rightful king of the hill. So in the top right hand corner we have Acer's Bly as our blue Zerg player. In the bottom left hand corner as our red Zerg and challenger we have LiquidTLO. So we're going to have some more Zerg vs Zerg action. This Kaspersky Arena really has been some Zerg vs Zerg mayhem, but now with TLO challenging Bly for his position atop the hill, we should have some even better action. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little bit partial to TLO's playstyle, so really enjoy watching it and looking forward to what sort of shenanigans he'll bring to the party this time. We have Bly throwing down his spawning pool first, TLO electing to drone up just a little bit beyond that, so we'll see if Bly can make any sort of early aggression work, and whether TLO's economic edge that he's going to have will play out long term. So almost looks like TLO's going for a 15 hatch at this point. No, electing to throw down his pool, not that bold apparently. Throw down his hatch. It is quite a short rush distance on this map, so pretty risky to go hatch first, particularly against another Zerg player. Here we have Bly sitting at 12 of 10 supply. I imagine he used the extractor trick to get that extra supply. So Overlord finishing up now, and I imagine we'll see a queen on the way momentarily from him. TLO moving down to the low ground is going to be able to throw down his hatchery down there quite quickly. Have 6 Zerglings on the way now from Bly, and a queen as well, so these are going to be well on the way before TLO's aware of them, though you'll notice his Overlord should have vision of this ramp and should spot these Zerglings moving out, and indeed he will see those. So how will he react? Still no love. It's starting to morph 2 Zerglings. Queen on the way, not quite in play yet. May force the cancellation on this base on the low ground, though TLO has been known to cut things pretty fine with those expansions in the past. And really, any time these Zerglings waste attacking this base is damage that could be done to the main base. If he can force the cancel, that's ideal, but Bly's own expansion being a little bit behind, it looks like we'll have some cute micro wars between Bly and TLO here, each trying to pick down each other's Zerglings. This hatchery is starting to take quite a bit of damage. 3/4 finished and only 1/3 health. It has taken quite a bit of damage. TLO bringing down his drones to assist his Zerglings here. Forced to fall back behind the mineral line, though eventually he's gonna get a favourable position visiting it. Oh, nice surround here from Bly. It's hard to quite see who's getting the edge here. It is 250 to 199, so Bly still a slight edge, but this queen moving down is going to end this aggression quite quickly. If we check out the income tab, we can see Bly ahead by 2 workers, so that's an inject ahead. The slightly quicker queen that he had due to his spawning pool timing, but TLO now with 2 queens and 2 hatcheries completed is actually going to end up ahead on those spawning cycles, able to spawn lava at both locations. So should have both our players stabilising here. TLO just taking a bit of a look, making sure that expansion's up, and getting an idea for what's going on. We have Overlord's position throughout the map, giving both these players excellent sight as to what the other player's doing, where they're moving out. If we pull back up the production tab, we see TLO throwing down some spine crawls. Knows the importance of this defense, particularly on his weakened expansion. A big Zergling push could threaten and pull down that expansion quite quickly, leaving him in a very vulnerable position. Still no gas from TLO, electing to go the gasless route, with Bly going for that speed quite quickly. We notice both Bly and Tefl both fairly prone to pull that speed. Bit surprising that TLO hasn't gone for it as of yet, but electing to now throw down 2 geysers, so he should only be a minute or so behind Bly's timing here. Bly's Zergling speed. Oh, Bly actually electing to go for the lair instead of speed, so a little bit of an interesting choice there. I wonder what we'll see out of Bly. Will we see him go for Mueller? Still not a lot of gas out, so that really 2 base muter isn't that strong a play. Wonder if we'll see roaches. With the two guys up it makes me think we may well see roach play, maybe speed roaches out of Bly. But TLO starting to wall this in, taking his third and fourth gases. So TLO going for a much heavier gas build. You can see Bly now throwing down expansions of his own, and we actually have TLO going for the Zerg missile attack, so likely to see some roaches or hydras out of both these players. And Bly going for the very late Zergling speed, so a little bit of an interesting choice there. Neither player hovering a whole lot of gas, so would be surprised to see any Mutalisk in there. Oh, we do have Bly in fact going for the Spire, so it looks like I was wrong there. Zergling picking away at this third base. TLO now moving down to take a third of his own. Just working these rocks down as best he can. Make a nice short travel path between those bases. Bly moving out to take down those rocks himself as well. As Zergling just continuing to be a bit of a pest. That Spire is almost halfway completed, and TLO won't have any vision of that as of yet, so that may well catch him by surprise, though, to be completely honest, in the current meta game. Who doesn't expect Zerg to go Mutalisk? Let's be serious. TLO actually dropping out some roaches, so could be in a little bit of strife here. No anti-air on the field as of yet. Bly's going to be able to knock out somewhere between 6 and 9 mutas by the time the Spire finishes up. I think TLO is going to have to throw down some Spore Crawlers quite quick. He may be exposed in this third base location. Without the creep in place, he might not actually be able to get down defense in time. This is a big Zergling attack gonna surround some of these roaches, but the extra reinforcing roaches should be able to turn the tide. TLO being careful to try and back his roaches up against the cliff. Doesn't want them taking any additional damage. Doesn't want them to be surrounded. Oh, Queen picked off in the middle. That's a great pickup for Bly there, but these roaches are going to be able to force these Zerglings back. Being outnumbered by roaches never a good position to be in as a Zergling, but let's be honest, as a Zergling, is there really ever a good position to be in? Zerglings being the very sacrificial Zerg scout unit. Zerglings move in to try and take advantage of this expansion. TLO, knowing that these Mutalisks are on the field, he knows he's got to make use of the roaches, can't afford to fall back and make them redundant. TLO trying to defend this third base, but it will go down. The roaches are making a big push forward, just trying to really buy the time. You'll notice he's throwing down his Hydra den. He has 6 Hydras on the way, still no upgrades for those Hydras, but he does have the plus 1 range weapons that he had in play for the roaches, and the +1 carapace, so in a fairly good position. His roaches able to muscle down the third expansion of Bly, so even for bases, which is great position for TLO to be in. He's going to trade out these roaches and replace them with much more useful Hydralisks. The Hydralisk going to cause quite a stir for Bly. Bly on 2 gas is going to hamper his Mutalisk production, but he's already up to 15, which is quite a threatening position. He's going to need some Spore Crawlers on the way. Not throwing down this expansion, knowing it's likely to get threatened quite quickly. The great position TLO is in is able to counterattack with these Hydras quite devastatingly. The mutas are great and give you great map control, but really the place that they suffer is they leave you very vulnerable on the ground. And if we look at the units tab, we see there is very little in the way of units. If TLO was to push forward, there's only 6 Zerglings left to really defend the base. So Bly now forced to put out some roaches, but his Mutalisk unfortunately not doing a whole lot for him. Not the heaviest concentration of Spore Crawlers, but we do have 3 up around the main. We have the third base being poked again by a Zergling, but some roaches should clean that up. Bly moving in here to try and is going to pick off this Spore Crawler before it completes. Nice little pickup. Getting the Queen as well, that's great. A few workers starting to go down now. We have 7 workers killed. If he can get that gas will be a great pickup. Delay the gas mining of TLO. We'll see TLO throw another Spore Crawler down. It's really hard to try and engage these Spore Crawlers with Mutalisk. They will 3-shot a muta, so even if you're able to close in and kill it quite quickly, it will get 3 shots off and kill a Mutalisk, so you're effectively trading 100 minerals and 100 gas for 100 minerals, and in the time it takes you to kill it, often the Hydralisk will be able to move into position. So TLO bulking up here with some more and more Hydralisks. These Mutalisks could well get pinned between these Spore Crawlers and Hydras. That a few Mutalisks going down there, though Bly still hovering at 700 or 800 gas, not choosing to build any more Mutas, instead building up his Roach Sledgehammer again. He is quite fond of that massive Roach transition. What will TLO have in play at the time? Third base from Bly actually quite well established at this point. TLO's own third base suffering just a little bit because of this Mutalisk harass. Though the question will be who's got the most viable ground army when these two meet, and indeed TLO's got 2-2 on the way, whereas if we check out the Roaches of Bly, they're currently completely unupgraded. So real question is, can Bly really afford to transition out of Mutas into this mass Roach play? And I think we'll see quite shortly that unless he gets a great engagement, this upgrade advantage that TLO has could put him in quite a dominating position. Don't often see Roach Hydra, but one of the reasons I love watching TLO is he doesn't necessarily go with the most popular strategy. He likes to deviate and try things out and play unconventionally. I guess that's why everyone likes TLO. Definitely one of the fan favourite Zergs out there. We have TLO at 140 supply. We have Bly almost maxed out here at 186 supply. It's massive. Oh, we have a massive Baneling Roach force here. Now this actually could do the trick for Bly. He's almost maxed out on supply. These Hydras are very vulnerable to Banelings, so Banelings with the centrifugal hooks upgrade. So these. Oh, I believe he's got the centrifugal hooks upgrade. Where's his Baneling nest at? Yes, he has picked that up, of course, and there they are rolling around. So it should be in quite a great position to engage his Hydra force. If his Banelings hit the Roaches, it'll be a bit of a waste, but if he can manage to connect with those very vulnerable light units, the Hydralisk, then he'll be in a great position. So still a bit behind on the income, unable to get this third base mining very heavily. Let's see if TLO can muster a decent defense here. It's 173 to 190 supply, but it's certainly an upgrade advantage for TLO, 2-1, as opposed to the 1-1 that's almost finished up. TLO almost losing some units there, but here's this massive force rolling in. TLO's army is split up. Is he just going to bust in the door? Is he going to get on the creep and try and kill these Hydras? TLO trying to focus these units down, splitting up nicely, forcing this army to split apart. Will TLO be able to pincer move this, or will Bly have the slit? Oh wow, TLO managing to conserve most of his force on the high ground. Nice splits out of Hydras. You don't often you're not often concerned with micro in a ZvZ. I don't mean that as in at all. I mean that in the sense of you're not often trying to split Hydralisk against Baneling. So just some great splits out of TLO to get quite a favourable engagement. They're able to win both the battle and this counterattack. A few Roaches in his base, but TLO now powering forward with this Roach Hydra ball. And he's going to make straight for this third base. Fungal Growth's going to catch a few of those units, but wow, big reinforcement of Roaches here trying to surge forward to stop. Is TLO going to go for it here? There's a nice concave from Bly. He's almost completely surrounding these units. Roaches streaming in from the high ground to cut these Hydralisks off, and he is in fact going to be forced back. So this mass Roach reinforcement doing the trick for Bly. A few Roaches of TLO's moving up here to support. Can these Roaches turn the tide? We have an almost perpetual stream of Roaches from both players. Bly actually going for a greater spire here, so we could actually see a Broodlord transition, I guess, if it goes long enough. It's certainly not going it for the upgrades. So TLO forced a GG out there. Unfortunately, realising that Bly had the economic advantage, unable to make the Roach Hydra work, but did give it a shot. Unfortunately for TLO, the Mutalisk harass managing to keep him on 2 base for long enough to Bly to capitalise. So it looks like our King of the Hill has secured match 1. Will TLO be able to bring this back, or will Bly be able to continue to vanquish Zerg challenges? So we'll find out in game number 2, so catch you after the break. See you soon, guys.